wrestling. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know what to do.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what to do. And welcome to the PWT Holiday Christmas Special. Yeah, I am your host, the infallible Phil Marks. One mark, many marks, encompassing us all, embodying us all like the Christmas spirit. Round of applause for our opener, our good friend, Marvin the Monster. And Toonie Talk Wrestling. With that being said, let's kick off this holiday special with doing one of our favorite things, and it is called diving into Phil Marks bookmarks. And then we will be joined by a special guest, a master of ceremonies, if you will. Actually, I'm getting word that our master of ceremonies is actually here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Foley Santa Claus is here. Santa Claus, folks. There may be multiple Santa Claus dressed in one similar suit all over the world, folks, tricking children. I think we've figured it out here. We've cracked the case. Phil Scoops figured out the secret to Santa Claus and his gimmick. Ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off, I hope you're having a wonderful and Merry Christmas. Hope you're getting ready for the happiest of New Year's. I, of course, am Phil Marks, and I am sipping some red wine, and my belly's full of cheesecake and beer from yesterday, and we are having a jolly old, gay old, grand old time here on the PWT Christmas holiday special. I hope you're all doing very, very incredibly well. With that being said, we have some awards to hand out, so let myself announce. Let's dive into the very first one, and let's talk about the NXT Breakout Star of the Year. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up for you guys. We have the NXT Breakout Stars of the Year. And we are going to, pull them up right here. Okay, so we're going to share this tab instead, but let's first hit a drum roll. And the winner of NXT Breakout Star of the Year for men goes to Obafemi, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Obafemi. So Obafemi, 37% of y'all voted on Discord for Obafemi to be the NXT Breakout Star of the Year. Now, Discord had the least amount of votes. So Twitter had the second most amount, and then YouTube had the most amount of votes on every category, right? So just remember that going into things, because some of them you'll see the numbers don't lie, and the numbers explain how, maybe over on Discord, we may have voted one way. Well, the masses say something else. So Obafemi won 37% of the vote on Discord, 71% of the vote on Twitter, and 65% of the vote from YouTube. Me personally, that's my vote. I think that's the only correct option. And I'm looking forward, we all thought he was going to get called up to the main roster, let alone he showed up and now he's going to get a shot at this title coming up here. I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to see what he does in the future, and I can't wait to see the NXT SmackDown crossovers that are going to happen. And I'm telling y'all this, right? You guys see the dirt sheets now saying what your boy Phil was already saying, and that is, there's no set time limit to Raw on Netflix. I'm telling you another thing nobody's saying right now. NXT SmackDown are going to both sort of blend together, and that's how you're going to keep both of those shows keeping their ratings up. You know what I mean? But they'll still stay separate, but you're going to see a lot more like Meta Girls crossover, Oba Femi crossover, Ethan Page main roster for sure, that sort of thing. Moving along, let's get a drum roll for our women's NXT Breakout Star of the Year. Let me run that drum roll, please. And it will be, who did we vote, folks? Jada Parker. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Jada Parker. So Jada Parker got 53% of the vote on Discord, 44% on Twitter, 39% on YouTube, the majority on all platforms as well. So you might be going, oh, come on now, Phil, 39% is kind of low. But she got the majority vote on all platforms, won unanimously. And yeah, I mean, you could say Julia, you could say, but you know, she just came in and was already kind of a star. There was no real breakout that happened. She was already broked out, you know? Same with Steph. She just came in. What's the breakout? She could go and take anyone's spot on the main roster right now. You could say Delta, but she hasn't put in the body of work. So it's got to be Lola Vice or Jada. Obviously, it's Jada. I mean, who's more over than her right now? She could go to main roster tomorrow, take anyone's spot. She's young in the game. So Julia and Vac Air are already fucking vets in their paths that they walked before they got to WWE. Jada Parker was brought in as an NIL and became what she has become, future NXT Women's Champion here. And yeah, round of applause for her if we haven't already given her one. Amazing year. And thank you everybody who voted in all of our polls. We will come back and hand out more awards as the show goes on. But first, we have a very special Christmas message from Hulk Hogan and the good folks over at AEW. Let's take a listen. Let's take a look.
Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all time. I'm wishing you a very... Yo, maniacs, this is Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all time. I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So what you gonna do when Ho Hogan runs wild on you?
What did AEW give to me? A V-trigger, Peck. That's my knee.
Gin and juice.
Watch out!
Our pet dinosaur.
The skateboard.
We got skateboard!
Nothing. Because I celebrate Hanukkah. Why am I doing this?
All Elite Wrestling on TNT. Wednesday Night Dynamite returns January 1st. Catch up on demand and the app.
And of course, January.
I had somebody send.
Of course, January 1st is the fast forward. Whoop, 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 time travel a bit, and that will be their debut on Max, on an app as well, if you will, a streamer. But we're actually being joined by Jim Cornette, who has a little Christmas poem for us. Let's check in over at the Jim Cornette Experience. Merry Christmas, Jim, and Stacy, of course. And thank you for reaching out if you're listening now or here. And I'm sure you're not wasting your time listening now, but yeah, thank you for reaching out and checking in with the PWT universe. Let's check in with the Cornette universe here, and Castle Cornette and Brian Last. And here's a little Christmas poem, a Christmas song from Jim Cornette.
I had somebody send, but before we go into Gall and Bile review, and boy, the people were, again, that's something they were wanting to hear about because they couldn't believe their eyes. But a listener sent me this, Brian, and I'm not going to take credit for it, not because I'm trying to dodge heat, but because I don't want to take credit for somebody else's work. And at the same time, I don't know if they wrote it or they just sent it to me, so I'm not crediting anyone's names, but there's a new Christmas carol that even though it's the middle of summer and it's 80-something degrees outside, I feel like it's time after this past Wednesday night for a new Christmas carol to be officially adopted by the cult of Cornette. Brian, would you like to hear it?
It is July, Christmas in July, I guess. Sure.
It's called Tony the Snowman.
Oh, no.
Tony the Snowman has a holly jolly soul with a rolled up bill and a real red nose and pupils like black holes. Tony the Snowman dreams a fairy tale today. His booking's bad and the content's sad, but they'll beat WWE one day. He thinks there is some magic when the snow goes up his nose. Or when he takes a little sniff, he thinks he books like roads. Oh, Tony the Snowman, he's alive as he could be. He jumps and shouts and stomps around, hugging talent awkwardly.
Wow, that was actually really good.
We appreciate the fine person who sent that in, whether they wrote it or not.
They just don't want their name out there?
I don't know. I know it was a completely anonymous.
A locker room musician?
It was one of those meme things that they sent rather than just writing it in an email. So I don't know where it came from.
Amazing stuff, guys. So round of applause for Jim Cornette, by the way. Amazing singing, amazing vocalist, of course, we all know. And Plenty in Pixel Art has been a member for 4 months. Happy holidays, you beautiful Canadian bastard. Yeah, thank you so much, bruv. Merry Christmas to you all, and to you all a good night. But we are not done here tonight. We are continuing along with other awards that we got to give away. So we are giving away the other awards right now. Okay, the other category. What is the other category? It is TNA. It is Ring of Honor. Yes, I put that there because it's just a glorified super indie. Like, yeah, AEW talent go there, but their fans want to scream at you that it's two separate things, and I swear by this. You go check out any sickos out there. They will fucking yell to the high heavens that AEW and ROH are like separate. I swear to God. But anyways, Ring of Honor is grouped in this. GCW, New Japan, some mud show indie, just other. This category is other. We voted. You all voted. The PWT universe voted. And the other tag team wrestlers of the year, I'll give them a drum line, even though I'm showing it right here already. We will give them a drum line because they deserve one. The Hardy Boys. So, the system, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, received 40% of the votes on Discord. However, there was less votes on Discord than Twitter by a lot, and then on YouTube by far. So procuring 51% of the total tallies voted, the Hardy Boys deleted. No, I won't do it. The competition. So, yeah. 51% on Twitter voted the Hardy Boys. 52% voted the Hardy Boys on YouTube. And you know what? I got to kind of agree, and I'll tell you why. Because they have helped revitalize the TNA roster and the TNA programming, and I know people's last images in their head of Jeff are him either walking out of WWE not looking so well or being on AEW and not looking well. But in TNA, there's like an extra spring to both his and Matt's step. I'm not sure what it is, and I don't know. They're locked in, so I'm going to wish them the best of luck, and they are legends, and they actually officially signed because I believe WWE was not interested in them like at all. And unfortunately, so maybe in the future for like a Hall of Fame, or at least they weren't interested in them in the way that the Hardys were interested in WWE. That's to my understanding. So they just actually signed on with TNA because they were just on a per date thing. And like Nick Nemeth, they're signed on and they're going, no, we're going to fill houses and do this damn thing in 2025. So I think check them out and their matches and sort of what they've done to sort of revitalize their tag division when they needed it too. Like, I was harping on it forever. ABC, we can't just watch them fucking run the tag division forever. You know, just it's always them on top for the last like few years, I want to say, which is fine. They had their dominant run, but there was no other teams. Like, we had seen everything. Boom, the Hardys come in. So congrats, the Hardy Boys legends. They deserve it. One more time. One more time. One more time. It might be the only fucking time they get one of these types of awards here again, other than the Hall of Fame, which we'll talk about later. Moving along here, I sort of just stooged it, but we'll drum roll the next one as well. This is the Women's Other of the Year, okay? Wrestler of the Year, Jordynne Grace unanimously, 84% on Discord, 82% on Twitter, 78% on YouTube. And Jordynne Grace is your other Women's Wrestler of the Year. And yeah, she deserves it. Next year, she'll be in the WWE category. I don't think anyone else deserves it more. Her, I would say, from the TNA side, was the MVP of the TNA NXT crossovers. I think we'll get more of that in the future. But I think that Wendy Chu is the WWE side's MVP of those crossovers. But I digress. She got jumped by Tessa Blanchard. Obviously, she's going to pass the torch. She already has to Masha, who's the right pick as well. See, TNA knows how to book. You bring Blanchard in and have her, you know, like Masha just scraped the belt off of fucking Jordan after all their battles. Now you have Tessa come in who beats up Jordan to get her off of the Knockouts title, because the title elevates Masha and whatever she's doing, and maybe Killer Kelly might be coming back soon. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe. I don't fucking know. And like you have now you have like a women's match that's bigger than a title in them, and then Jordan will ultimately lay down for Tessa and Masha, but it meant more to actually pass that title to Masha than have Tessa come in, and then she just gives it to her, you know. And then you have like Xia Li over there. So to me, she's the MVP. You know, there's a rumor she has heat with Tessa. Still just a consummate profesh. Yeah, I would just say she's going to be an absolute star. 2025, get ready for star time. Star time. And I hope you're all having a Merry Christmas. I am. I'm lit, and I'm having a great grand old time. Moving along. Round of applause. We got a round of applause, everybody, guys. Okay, we're giving flowers and Christmas cheer. So, a drum roll for the men's other wrestler of the year. The award goes to Joe Hendry. Now, I'm not going to sit here and argue this. You know, I think Matt Cardona won last year, deservedly so, because you'd have to give it to him otherwise, I feel. But Joe Hendry, with the way he swept the social medias and the way people want to go, he's fallen off, but he's about to go win the TNA World title and have his run for 2025 until his contract's up, and then he'll go to WWE in 2026. You know, they busted him out in NXT as like an experiment, and it blew up, I think, bigger than they even thought. WWE even thought it would. That's my belief, because I don't think they would have did that. However, there's a seed planted, and they know they can go back to that well. Like, that's not go. Here's the thing. Everyone has always slept on Joe Hendry, okay? He's been doing the parody songs and the say his name, and he's been doing that for like over a decade, I think. I'm pretty sure. So at least like a variation of that, right? He may have had brown hair at the time, but he was basically the same guy. And everyone said like this thing's played out, or, you know, when's going to be his time? Well, it's coming, and I'm telling you, this thing will still hit. WWE will know how to make this big no matter what. Every time he appears, it's going to be big. So don't worry. He's a guy that they've established can just sort of show up. I'm lit. Can just sort of show up, take over a show. You know, like he took over the production of NXT and whatever, and he's just this sort of mystical little bugger, isn't he? No, but he's like how do you explain it? He's not like a comedy guy. He's like a serious guy, but he's also sort of this mystical guy who can just take over the show and pop up whenever. And they just planted that seed. If he shows up at the Rumble, big pop, he can get eliminated. He doesn't got to show up again until his contract's up, and he could show up at the Rumble with the TNA World title itself, which Joe Hendry We'll do that before Nick Nemeth will ever do that. I promise you that as well. Anyways, I've spent so much time on this because I love Joe Hendry. 79% on Discord, 74% on Twitter, 74% on YouTube. A unanimous win for Joe Hendry. Round of applause. Lincoln Hawk gifted 5 Pro Wrestle Clips memberships. My goodness. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to whoever got those. Scully Vibes is gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much to whoever got that as well. And thank you, Scully Vibes, of course, and Lincoln Hawk. George Capture for $10. Oh, my goodness. We'll give you an e-flute because it's Christmas time. Just because I support PWT and the whole PWT universe, you absolutely do. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I love Christmas time, and I love this show we're doing today, and thank you all for being here. I didn't anticipate over 100 people turning out, so this is incredible, and thank you, George, my brother. Scully Vibes is this for $2, almost 20 million debut views. We want I knew you were about to say something. I knew you were about to say something, Scully. Here we go. It's like fucking we sent out the Hendry signal, dude, and Scully appears, dude. Say his name and Scully also appears. You know what I mean? Thank you all so much for contributing to the PWT universe. Oh my goodness. And just as we were wrapping up that portion, Sean D comes in with $50. Holy shit. Oh my God. You what?
You what?
Okay, chat, can we get a yeet for Sean D, please? Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and all that jazz to Mr. Marks and my fellow Philistines. Okay, is that a new one? The PWT universe. Yes, the PWT universe, the PWT family. And happy holidays to you as well, Sean D. Thank you for $50, man. It'll buy you some diapers. A lot of those. Happy holidays and all that jazz to Mr. Marks. Yes, dude, and you too, and Philistines. Okay, are we running with that? That might be a little... No. No, dude, I appreciate you so much. You effing Marks, the Philistines. Okay, we'll run with that. Filipinos? No, is that not? That might be worse. Sorry, guys, I botched. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, dude. Merry Christmas to you and yours as well. Thank you so much, Sean D. Everyone, yeet. Yes, a yeet in the chat. That's incredible. Okay, we got a lot to get to, so we're gonna move along here. And I am actually, as a matter of fact, getting word that there's some sort of fight going on backstage. Getting word that we need to head down to the ring as Ernest the Cat Miller is actually confronting a Santa Claus himself, JR. Let's get down to the ring, folks. Perry Saturn Claus, huh? Let's lighten the mood with a little ring the bells here from WWE Superstar circa 2012, drinking red wine. Say, get on my plane. I have a jolly old jingle balls on that thing. Magical stuff, guys. So I have some predictions, right? I like to do predictions. And so I want to do a few of those. And here are my other predictions for outside of WWE or AEW. Now, I wanted to give you guys 5, but I really couldn't come up with anything overly compelling, to be honest, for like outside of WWE and AEW right now, or to where it involves them in some way. So, I mean, this sort of involves AEW, but I think one of my predictions is that, and we'll hit a jolly old X-Files for this one, one of my predictions is that ROH will land some sort of deal somewhere, whether something that they'll brag about. That's one. New Japan Pro Wrestling will announce, and this is one of my big, bold predictions, by the end of 2025, that they're not exclusively working with just AEW anymore. Now, they won't throw AEW under the bus and say, like, we're not working with them, fuck them, they're terrible, or anything like that. But what it will be is, like, what it will be is like they're not going to work with just AEW anymore, and then it will drum up shit, and Tony Khan will work really hard to keep that thing going, but I think they'll open up their forbidden door, no Diddy, and they will try and work with WWE just to get some of that hotness, and because Tanahashi's not an uber overmark, unless Tony Khan, and we don't know behind the scenes, is dumping like millions of dollars into New Japan and we just don't know about it, I would say that, yeah, we're definitely going to get a, New Japan, hold on a second. No, what just happened? Was I like pulled down, or am I am I still live, or what? What happened? What's going on? What's going on? Chat will let me know. Oh, was I gone or what? Did they pull me? Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. The Christmas cheer is not jolly on YouTube all the time here. I knew this was going to happen. Here, I'm just refreshing everything. Hopefully you guys are here. Okay, is everyone back? We're back. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, everyone. We about 2 mins. Yeah, let everyone know we're back. Guess who's back? Back again. Christmas is back. Tell a friend. Oh yeah, talking about New Japan. Okay, so I know exactly where to go from, guys. Here, I'm just gonna tweet out. Tweeting that out. Okay, thank you all for that heads up. Yeah, see, guys, we're gonna have to. I told y'all it's gonna be a fun Christmas stream. That's why you got. Here we go. Jimmy B for $20 says, "Merry fucking Christmas, Phil. I've been drinking some yaknog and smoking some pine trees, and I'm ready for some PWT." Yeah, I agree with you, man. I am ready for some as well, and we've been doing the damn thing. I'm glad you're here. It's Christmas. I didn't even think this many people would turn out, and so I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for the 20 goddamn bones. And yeah, I was in the middle of talking about New Japan. I'm going to get back to that. So that's one of my predictions, was the next segment, right? So we'll do it again. I'll just share the the Twitter screen here, and hopefully everyone files in, tweet it out, let everybody know. And yeah, I tried to warn you all. I'm going to get yellow flag for this too. So yeah, super chats are welcome, but thank you so much. And yeah, dude, I'm just sipping that red wine. I'm pretty lit. You guys can probably tell. Mark A. Hicks has been a member for 9 months. Thank you. Wolverine DX for $5 says, "Merry Christmas to Phil and the whole PWT universe." Exactly.
The
dude,
best guys,
guy.
Tony Khan.
You already know. Okay, so my big prediction for other. So I'm doing predictions for WWE, AEW, and other. So just again, like the other awards category, TNA, Ring of Honor, etc., etc. Now I don't have 5 predictions for other because it was hard for me to come up with them that didn't just directly relate to AEW. So for instance, I do think that Ring of Honor, so I'll count this as other, like I did the awards. I do think Ring of Honor will have some sort of deal that they can brag about. You guys know what I mean? Like there will be a, streaming thing that ROH gets the money for, or there will be a, TV deal or something. There'll be something in place where they can brag about Ring of Honor bringing in money, and everyone will try to debunk it. And that is sort of AEW prediction, but I am just going to put that in the other section. My other prediction is New Japan will announce that they're not exclusively working with AEW anymore, and we'll see some sort of WWE crossover happen, whether it's just one superstar or multiple, and Meltzer will melt down. Now, I believe that New Japan won't just say, like, we're not working with AEW. It won't be like that, but they'll just say, oh, no, we're open to working with any and everyone, and then AEW fans will go into a frenzy, and they'll still work with AEW, but then they'll slowly realize that, oh shit, there will be a card where someone from WWE goes there, and they'll make like an AEW talent not be on that card, and it will cause some shit, and New Japan will just be like, whatever, because they want to get their momentum back too, and it's not going to happen just working with AEW. Everyone realizes that. So yeah, and that's my biggest, that's my biggest prediction for New Japan. And then TNA will outdraw AEW. My second prediction here will outdraw AEW for a pay-per-view and get a TV. And some of this already came true now. So they'll get a TV or streaming deal of some sort that will pop everyone and get AEW sweating bullets and their sicko fans melting down as well. So what I mean outdraw AEW, I mean attendance-wise. There will be at least a debate of like, did Tony Khan pad an extra 1,000 seats on this, or did TNA actually outdraw them? There will be one of those in 2025. And like in TNA hot news, it broke, I guess, that they have some sort of TV deal going on already. So that already, Phil Claus got that one already right a little bit. You know what I mean? So those are my predictions for I'll do WWE and AEW predictions in a bit as we move along throughout the show. And it's good that we moved on over to Phil Marks Bookmarks, because that is actually the next segment that I want to get into. So it's time for Phil Marks Bookmarks. So let's look at memes. I think we already went through some of them. We're going to breeze through these. This is the Christmas edition of Phil Marks Bookmarks. Okay. So, oh no, not that one. And where's miscellaneous? So we'll go into miscellaneous, and this is the Christmas edition of Phil Marks Bookmarks. So we're not going to dwell. Here's some Christmas spirit from Mina Shirakawa and some other lovely ladies here. Okay, there's some Christmas spirit. We got a bunch of those goodies under the tree. Here we go. Here's Becca, Becca with a 3 because she's cool. Silent Night by Becca Forever. We always play her music on the show, and she's in the holiday spirit. Indie wrestler Becca. Let's hear her song Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night. No, I don't think that this is really gonna work. Coral, could you hit the sleigh button? Silent night, holy night. All is calm. All is bright. Round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night.
Amazing. So yes, Becca, of course, 2 hot bitches, 1 hot track, and there's a little Silent Night from Becca there for you. Here's some Steiner math, some Christmas light Steiner math action to get you in the holiday spirit, in the Steiner Day spirit.
They say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the 3-way at sacrifice,
hilarious.
You got
Someone
a
did this.
33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows He can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 30-30 and a third chance, minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice.
Amazing stuff. Legendary. Here, it was so nice I had it bookmarked twice. Here is a little Megan Bain blessing us under the Christmas tree there. Possibly going to WWE. Possibly just sticking with GC Dub. There you go. A little blessing there from old Megan Bain. Here is Merry Christmas to everyone from WCW Worldwide back in the day. What a fucking throwback. Huh? This dude's looking like Kenny Omega over here. Big Josh. Just kidding. So, yeah. Just a good old throwback. Stinger in the red and white face paint. And Becca, B3CCA, joining us once more. And good thing she wasn't here to see Marvin singing at the top of the show, because I don't think she's a big fan of puppets here around the holidays. Let's see.
Buddy, you're a fucking dumbass. Wish me Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Everyone, go and follow Becca. Legit, the best gimmick in wrestling. Like, one of them for sure. 100%. Okay, so moving along. That was miscellaneous. Let's go into TNA news here to wrap up our light news segment. So, speaking of Killer Kelly earlier, just a little Christmas drop for Christmas. I don't know, under the tree. Shout out Killer Kelly. And as I said before, you know, they signed an exclusive multi-year agreement with Sportsnet to air Impact every Thursday night in Canada. So, oh, Canada, dreaming of a white Christmas. And here is Zaya Brookside here, blessing you underneath your Christmas tree as well. So those were our hot news. Very hot news, folks. Light news. Round of applause. This is the best Christmas ever, isn't it, chat? So I'm not going to ask you guys. We're just going to dive into some WWE news. And again, just here's a little journey back in time when Enzo almost got a little mistletoe Christmas tree himself from Nia Jax. And we're going to leave it small this time. Then, but damn, that was over like Rover. Here's when Santa didn't bring you what you wanted for Christmas. Amazing. And we'll have to check in with the evil Santas running around the PWT universe. Here's a Merry Christmas from Mickie James. Okay, and I put this in WWE news because she's back with WWE for that LFG show, and her husband Nick Aldis is there, etc. So,
writing letters to Santa, I always miss this. It's your Christmas.
Nick Aldis right there. Boom.
Presents, that's my favorite present. It's the gift that's all forgiven. Writing letters.
Yeah, she is gorgeous and indigenous as well. So shout out Mickie James. Here we go. Here is Natty Neidhart and Jenny Neidhart. I don't know if there's any titty slapping, but here's Natty and Jenny wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, a very Canadian Christmas.
I'm Natty, and this is my gorgeous, beautiful, bouncy, voluptuous sister, Jenny. I'm Natty, and this is my
one more time, Chad.
Gorgeous, beautiful,
bouncy, Thirstcast, Thirstmas,
voluptuous sister, Jenny.
There you go. So there's the sisters Neidhart there. Too many jokes. The Anvil, R.I.P. Merry Christmas to him and to the Hart family. And here's Ariana Grace. I'm choosing peace, folks. We're sleeping in heavenly peace here. It is the holiday season, okay? So here is Ariana Grace, link to the whole musical in bio, and it's on Apple Music. Christmas came early. Here's a little sketch with her and Lexus King. Let's watch this.
Is a king who doesn't gift his peasants.
What good is a pageant queen who doesn't donate presents?
That's not very many.
But it's more than you.
I have 99 donations.
I have 99 plus 2.
Listen, I'm the king. My gifts are full of spirit.
But I'm the most generous.
You scream for all to hear it.
I missed NXT. I don't do it for the credit.
Are we supposed to believe that just because you said it? What good is a king who doesn't gift his peasants?
What good is a pageant queen who doesn't donate presents?
That's not very many.
But it's more than you.
I have 99 donations.
I have 99 plus 2. Listen up, Grinch. Charity's my jam.
You do it for the photo ops and post it on the gram.
I inspire something you should try.
You're getting coal for Christmas since all you do is lie. You act like you're giving, but it's all just a show.
At least I'm spreading joy everywhere I go.
I'm the one who's generous. I lead with my heart.
King, you're just a faker playing a part.
What good is a king who doesn't gift his peasants?
What good is a pageant queen who doesn't donate presents?
That's not very many.
But it's more than you.
I have 99 donations.
I have 99 plus 2.
Guys, come on. Can we please just calm down? You're ruining presents. Why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? You don't need to do this. It's not worth it. The presents is what it's about. The presents. The presents, Lexus. The presents, Lexus. Damn it, Lexus. The presents. The presents, Lexus.
Amazing stuff there from Lexus King and Ariana Grace. Guys, I see the you got pulled again. Phil gave commentary, or YouTube will keep bullying. Yeah, I'm trying to do the damn thing as best as I can. And yeah, it's all recording on my end. So I'll just have to re-upload this shit to Patreon or something after, but I'll try not to get blanked out again. I shouldn't have bigged up the yeah, I can't be playing the WWE clips full on like that, I don't think. But yeah, we're having a Merry Christmas, bro. It's all about Christmas here, so I'm not worried about it on my end. All you guys missed too is some thirst traps. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'll try and get this all uploaded. You gotta tune into the live show, damn it. Thank you guys. And I'll keep trying to give commentary, and I'll leave the volumes very low. I'll try and leave screens small. And yeah, I don't notice when it's happening. All I see is the viewership dip, and then I see it blow up again. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I clearly got blacked out again. When it first happened, I was like, holy shit, is Michael Jackson hologram doing a fucking Christmas show? Where did everybody go? Anyways, though, thank you guys for being there for me. I'll be there for you. Plinian and George there. Merry Christmas. Let's just continue. If it blacks out, I'm here. And then just go post the link everywhere again and be like, we're back, share the goddamn thing. I'm not going anywhere. We're hanging out. Okay. You think we didn't even get to AEW hot news. You think we're so yeah, I'll try not to play the direct just episodes of Raw, right? There's clearly someone from WWE listening and like, fuck this guy. God damn it. It's funny, but god damn it. Speaking of Ariana Grace, here's a little Christmas miracle underneath the Christmas tree. I just want. There you go. Santino Marella's daughter there, I believe, as well. It was good seeing her crossover this year. So again, I got Here's Stone Cold telling Santa Claus what he wants for Christmas, and Hurricane's involved. Do I risk it for the biscuit? Here, we'll play it. I'll leave it small, and I'll turn the volume down. So we have Stone Cold here, and he's giving a hug to Deborah, and there's the Hurricane, and there's, I believe, Arn Anderson, Austin going, yo, I'll take a Crown Royal. What? I'll take 6 beer. What? I'll take 4 more beer. What? I'll take a box of wine. What? I'll take a DUI. What? Take 2 somas. What? No, I'm joking. Funny stuff. Great stuff. So some unfortunate news. WWE quietly cancels tribute to the troops. I'll talk about that another time. And here is, now, is this owned by WWE, chat? This cannot be owned by WWE, is it? I'll leave it small. I'll turn the volume up, though. This is when Dom, this is where the whole character was born. Him and Rhea visit home for Christmas. Is this owned by WWE? I don't know, Chad. I'll just kind of talk over
It's
it.
the month of forgiveness. I think we're good. We've been really good this last month, and your dad
really
has a
have
horrible
been.
memory, so it's all
So
good.
they're trashing Ray. You got this.
Christmas time.
It's Christmas time.
You know, I think I saw a couple presents under the tree with your name on them.
Really? With mine?
I think it said Mom.
Ooh, I'm
There's
excited.
no way WWE owns this, does it, chat? Are you guys all disappearing?
Careful.
Careful. Yeah. Wouldn't allow me to say anything. Sorry, bro. Yeah, I'll get to those in a minute when I'm done this segment here, guys. I promise.
What are you talking about? This is not going to happen again.
I'm sorry it blacks out, but it just is what it is, man. It's a Christmas time. And I'm also over here like drinking in Minecraft.
I came here with open arms, trying to celebrate Christmas with the family.
So this is where the character was born, right? Still pretty baby face, like as far as his face. With the stash, he's kind of baby face, but he just looks like a shithead. He looks more grown. The slick back hair.
You know exactly why you're here.
Ray beefing Dom out.
Yeah? Jeez. I know what you really want.
Down, little man.
Hit me. That's what you want for Christmas, isn't it? Hit me.
Hit me. That's what you want for Christmas. Hit me.
Accept your present. Come on. Hit me.
And then what happens? Didn't his mom slap Rhea? Oh, yeah. Boom. A great piece of business. Yeah, that was still my idea, pal. I booked that one before I was ostracized and banished. Yeah, great piece of business here. Merry Christmas to the Mysterio family. And then he gets arrested. He spends the night in jail.
You're kidding.
And then he comes out the hardened, the groan.
No.
Dominic Mysterio, bail me out. Amazing stuff. We're going to be careful with that one. So here's another little gift. Who's finished all their rapping? Trish Stratus. Merry Christmas from the ledge. All right. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. And here's Tiffany Stratton, from Trish Stratus to Tiffany Stratton. Okay. Just reminding everybody. And that was WWE hot news, very hot news, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause, round of applause. Boom, 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 boom. Here, let me check these. Jimmy B for $2. Phil played Paige's sex. No, okay, I'm not gonna say it. Hold on. No, no, I wouldn't do that. But I get that's funny. But no, definitely, I wouldn't risk that. That's not nice. That'd be very Grinchish on Christmas to do Jimmy B. Wolverine DX for $5 says Lexus King and Ariana Grace, the pairing I didn't know I wanted on screen until this. That got me. There's a full-blown musical they put together. Go and watch the whole thing. I'm obviously not going to play the whole, but I played like 3-4 minutes. You guys missed a bit of it. And then Vampy Rose, aka Jaywalks Underground Hopscotch Champ for $5. Oh, this is what you were saying. Yeah, I saw that in chat. It didn't let you say, but you were trying to say Merry Christmas, bro. Yo, Merry Christmas to you too, man. Appreciate you very, 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 very much. And it's okay, I've blacked out too. Yeah. What, like in real life or like from alcohol or no. On YouTube? Yeah. You know, they sent the signal out. It's Christmas. They're being awfully generous for not just pulling the whole thing. I won't lie. I knew this would happen. I really appreciate the super chats because yeah, this one ain't getting it's getting flagged, but it's all good. I just wanted to like have a really fun Christmas show. Speaking of which, that was we didn't even go through all of Phil Mark's bookmarks. So let's get into AEW hot news as well. And so speaking of hot news again, Mina Shirakawa dropping bars. Dropping straight bars for Christmas, okay? And then we have Mariah May right here in her little Christmas onesie. Let's see what else. We got Mina Shirakawa again as a Christmas elf. Okay. So she loves getting in the festive holiday spirit here. This is what we're highlighting. We're psychoanalyzing her Christmas spirit. Okay. Chat. You guys with me? Merry Christmas. Oh man. Okay, let's see. So we're just having fun today, guys. Here's Hikaru Shida with a Christmas pole dance for us, okay? Some in AEW hot news. Here we go. Let's check this out. Plastic form, the way it went to the beat. I'm sure Tony Khan enjoyed it, right? One of his toys. This Grok AI is getting fucking out of hand, dude. You know?
The best guy is Tony Khan.
They move the fucking soundboard around. Yeah, they are getting out of hand with this AI, but that is incredible work by Neckbeards if he put that together. Speaking of put together, Harley Cameron, one of the most put together, well-rounded talents in all of AEW. Here is the 12 days of AEW. Listen, AEW, you guys need the fucking promotion, okay? Let's be honest. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to try and be... Do I big it? Do I big it up, chat? Here, let's go. Let's just play this. Here's Harley Cameron and the 12 days of Shop AEW, which was a gift to your boy Phil, too, because it was actually a W for AEW to do this for once. Like, make your goddamn shop interesting or whatever. And legit, go do it. If you like a wrestler, support this shit because we don't know how much... If you guys are keeping up with WBD news, I'm going to cover it on like an actual PWT show. Not that this isn't one, but this is the holiday special, okay? The Christmas, holiday, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah special, right? But mostly Christmas. Just joking. You know, for real, WBD is like in shambles, and people are like, why would they give AEW money? They're so desperate, dude. It's crazy how desperate they are. It's not to undermine anything, but I really lean into what Husey says. If you guys haven't checked out the pod I did with Husey, cheap plug. I didn't really want to plug anything this show, but yeah, I'll just plug the pod I did. It dropped yesterday on Christmas Eve with Husey, and he just came and had headlines and, you know, X-Files for us, allegedly. So, yeah, I lean into what he's saying with the Tony Khan stuff there and the family just sort of funding the whole goddamn thing. But, okay, so that was AEW news, and that was our hot news segment, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for hot news. Snipe incoming. Let's see. I don't think I have any Christmas sickos. Let's just take a look. I don't think I have any Christmas Dave either. You know, I'm kind of... That's like a whole different... Oh, my God. Yeah, there's some ludicrous... No, there's no Christmas sickos. God damn it. Fuck those guys. Any Christmas Dave? I don't think there's any Christmas Dave either. No. We'll save it. We'll save it where I can give it its due. You guys know what I mean? You guys deserve real Dave Meltzer segments where I can give it its due. So we're going to actually move along here. I don't know. Here is a very Merry Christmas wish, okay, from the late 1983 WWF roster. Let's pray we don't get blacked out. And let's play this thing.
All of you, on behalf of the World Wrestling Federation, a very merry and joyous Christmas. With that in mind, there are other outstanding members of the World Wrestling Federation that would like to extend their best wishes as well.
This is Freddie Bassey, wishing all you pencil neck geeks out there a merry, merry Christmas. You know what I want for Christmas? More diamonds, more gold, more jewelry, more money, and a world.
Okay. Who's next? Salvatore Bellomo. Do y'all remember this guy?
Buon Natale and buon anno. Vi auguro un grande festa di Natale. So I want to wish everybody a happy.
Who's this? Mr. Wrestling? Why the fuck did I put this video in here? Tito Santana. Okay, here's a Christmas wish from Tito Santana, chat. Here we go.
Quiero desearles feliz Navidad a toda la gente.
Tito Santana. On Christmas.
I want to wish everybody a very happy Christmas. You know, I've been asked what I want for Christmas, and to me, the most important thing, the best gift that I could get is the good health for everybody out there.
Okay, so Tito Santana wants good health for everybody out there. Moving along, Mr. Fuji. We all remember Mr. Fuji.
American, a passionate Japanese. Merry Christmas. What Mr. Fuji wants is that American. And lots of American geisha girls for Mr. Fuji.
So Mr. Fuji wants American girls and lots of them. Okay. Let's see what Bob Backlund wants for Christmas here.
Wrestling Federation, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And a lot of people, have been asking me what I want for Christmas. I want everybody to be equal, and I want peace in the whole world.
So Bob Backlund wants everyone to be equal, unlike when Diesel squashed him for the title. He would like everyone to go 50-50, I believe. No. Here's Iron Sheik. Okay, circa 83. Let's see what he wanted for Christmas around 1983, folks.
ایرانی‌های عزیز که در آمریکا و در تمام دنیا زندگی می‌کنن سلام عرض می‌کنم و موفقیت همه شما را آرزو می‌کنم. I'm a Muslim. I don't have any Christmas, but I wish to all the Iranian people anywhere they are. And my hope is to I get that wealth from Bob Backlund and I bring it to the Ayatollah.
He's like, I don't have Christmas, but I wish I get billed from Bob Backlund. Here's Tony Atlas. See if he'll talk about feet.
I want to wish everybody out there a very, very Merry Christmas. And I just hope and pray that everybody don't forget the true meaning of Christmas and give thanks to our Lord and Savior, because Christmas is the true meaning of the birth of Jesus, and we must all remember that. And I just wish every kid out there will not have to grow up the way I did without anything on the tree. I wish it was.
Amen. Okay. Here's Captain Lou Albano. Let's see what he's got to say. Feet, yeah. Let me hear you say feet? Feet.
Out there, a merry, happy Christmas. And I'm looking forward to many, many, many presents.
And if I could get one thing, it would be this fish hook out of my face.
On this Christmas day. Yes, that's right. Me, I'm Santa Claus. And
Cindy Lauper to answer my phone calls again. I don't know. I'm taking shots at Captain Lou Albano.
Santa Claus looking for another new Cadillac to put with my other three. I'm looking for all kinds of goodies. I'm looking for all kinds of good foods and fine wine and fine women. I'm looking for everything, brother. I want
fine wine, brother, fine women's. I hear you. Here we go. Sergeant Slaughter.
You know, there's one gift I'd like to have for.
He's going to be like, I want the G.I. Joe with the long grip, with the Kung Fu action grip. Yes, get the Sergeant Slaughter doll, ho-ho, today. And it comes with a jetpack and karate chop action.
Christmas. And that's throughout the whole world, that the United States of America should be respected as it is the greatest country in the world.
Merry Christmas, everybody. My name is Jimmy Snooker, and I like to say this.
Okay. Do I go there? It's Christmas. Do I go there? Chat with Snooker? I'd like to wish my no, I'm not gonna. It's Christmas, guys. I can't do it.
And I would like to tell you people.
I can't do it. We know what he wishes would go away around this. There we
I
go.
love you all. And I want to say people.
Oh my God, I'm fucking terrible, guys. Holy shit. Merry Christmas, I swear to God.
So again, from all of us, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
A Merry Christmas from Vince there. I mean, speaking of Merry Christmas, let's gift out some awards here before I start riffing on shit that I can't unsay. Here we go. So without a drum roll, actually, STG 12 for $7 Canadian says the best guys, Phil Marks. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And then Cosby's Quaalude Connect and Spade's partner became a new member. A tremendous picture, a tremendous and insane name that you put together. Love it. Thank you for becoming a member. And the best guy is me. The best guy is all of you guys, all of my guys. But I will give you a Tony Pecan.
Best guys, Tony Khan.
The best pies, Tony Pecan. And thank you both very, 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 very much. Let's get into these awards, okay? Now, I didn't give them a drum roll. Drum roll, please. But the tag team of the year for AEW. Are the Outrunners. Okay, so the Outrunners won 63% of the votes on Discord, 58% of the votes on Twitter, and 64% of the votes on YouTube. And they are the tag team wrestlers of the year. I don't know why. It's not like they're putting on the craziest matches, but they're just over. And again, I've been a fan of them since I've been watching OVW again. Back, like, I guess when that Wrestler show on Netflix came out, that's after that I was like, okay, I'm gonna start watching OVW on YouTube. They started having a YouTube presence, and they're featured on there, and they're featured on like a local comic book shop commercial that aired that sponsored OVW or whatever as well. So they were over with me because of that shit. Then they're showing up on AEW, and they become like the top merch sellers without even being featured on Dynamite, really. And for some reason, Tony Khan's like, oh, I know, we'll just stick them with FTR. It's a Christmas miracle. But yeah, people voted them the best tag team because they're funny. They get it. It's a gimmick. They have no problems laying down for someone else. And they're just being silly, but they can work. They do really extremely dumb shit on Collision and stuff and Rampage. They have in the past. But when they go out there and really have a match, like if you watch some OVW shit of them, yeah, I agree. Now, should they be the tag team wrestlers of the year? I don't know. You could argue like the Bucks, or I'm sure you could really technically break down in AEW, whatever. But at the end of the day, the merch sales matter, the popularity matters, and amongst the fan base, and you want to cater to them while trying to exploit what your audience loves to the casuals, and then finding what casuals will like to attract them and hopefully get some of them really into the sicko stuff. So I don't know. Outrunners toe that line for me. I agree, and round of applause for that. I voted for them myself, you know. I was allowed one vote as well. I just think if you really ran with this, you could do something with it. We'll see what AEW chooses to do with it. Next up, AEW Women's Wrestler of the Year. Chat, who do you guys think it is? I'm going to play a drum roll. I'm parched. It's Toni Storm. Toni Storm. Here, I'm going to drink some red wine for Toni Storm. Smoke a cigarette. No, I don't do that. But she would do that, right? At least in the timeless gimmick, not this amnesia-ridden one. So, wine just makes you more dehydrated too. That's the funny thing. Anyways, Toni Storm for 63% on Discord, 56% on Twitter, and 70% on YouTube. And I agree, just based on gimmick, held the belt for a while. Mariah May got it off her. Quality of matches, doing this new gimmick right before the end of the year. I know that Tony Khan literally stuck her on Rampage for her return match. And then Brian Alvarez was like, people are appalled But guess what else Tony did? He stuck her on the ROH Boxing Day Brawl show. I'm not
The
lying.
best guys, Tony Khan.
I'm going to tear him a new asshole on the proper PWT show. This is Christmas, folks. We're trying to have... Oh, come on now, Phil. It's not very fair to withhold the wrath of the flutes. No, but for real, listen to me. That's saved for another day, but Tony put her in Ring of Honor now. It's not a joke. Look it up. So I can't believe we're saying this, but in my mind, this is what I think Tony thinks, right? We're just going to fucking... I'll give you guys this. I think when like Wardlow has his run, he just goes, oh, well, that was it. And then he just drops it. And then Tony, whatever, she'll come back to Mariah, lose to Mariah again. Ring of Honor, you can fight Athena. Ricky Starks. He sort of had his run. Oh, he comes back from injury. Oh, we'll give you the tag straps. Oh, that was it. It's done. Like, I think certain people he just has pigeonholed like that, and then he's fixated on others, and he thinks just putting belts on those others and letting them do whatever, have a match on a pay-per-view is sufficient, you know? Either way, though, this isn't a critique. This is an award. We're celebrating someone here. We're celebrating Toni Storm, the timeless gimmick. The amnesia thing, people are like, wait, why wouldn't she remember this and why this? Well, because it's a fucking character for a wrestling show who forgets shit. I don't know if you've ever known anyone with amnesia. I'm not going to be like, idiot, you've never known anyone with amnesia? But, like, come on, man.
Fucking Mark!
I have. Like, I know someone who came out of, like, a coma after a seizure, and they didn't remember obscure shit, and they remembered obscure shit. Or they didn't remember, like, really serious shit, but remembered, like, obscure shit. So, it's like that movie Overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. No, that's a good one. I like that one. But yeah, she's like amnesiac or whatever, and it'll come back. She'll be timeless again. Or someone pointed out on Twitter as well, it might have been Suplex, like, yo, this is her greatest role. Like, this is timeless Toni Storm playing the role of herself coming into AEW for the first time again. Do you guys get it? Like, she's going to relive her like, it's just part of her wacky gimmick. Either way, whatever she does is the most entertaining shit. They've literally put Toni Storm in black and white on screen, and she's just dancing around with Luther in the background, handing her cakes and cigarettes and shit. And she's like the most entertaining thing on Dynamite. So, I spent a lot of time on this because I love the goddamn Graps. I'm passionate about these wrestlers especially. I might say fuck AEW and fuck the way it's being ran, but that has nothing to do with the talent. Even like a Daniel Garcia, I got to say that for real going into 2025. Like, it's got to be known. Like, I don't think that guy can't wrestle or isn't good or couldn't be something. It's just the way Tony views him just isn't the way that it's going to work if you're trying to reach the most amount of people, which they all claim they're trying to do. So, hey, that's all I'm saying. Much love, but like, yeah, the dick wiggle shit is like, you know, there's periods where you dead shit and you move on. You shed a skin. Jericho knows that. You know, I thought that was your boy. Anyways, though, let's move along here. Let's celebrate people. Drum roll for the men. AEW Wrestler of the Year. Again, everyone was pretty unanimous on this, and I think it's just like a technicality. I think it's just a technicality, honest to God. Is Swerve Strickland. So he got 63% on Discord, 57% on our Twitter, 70% on YouTube, as voted by y'all. I took one vote. That's it. Myself as well. Or like the ones I could. So I don't think I can vote on my own Twitter polls. I don't think I can vote. I think maybe I can vote on Discord, and I don't think I can on YouTube. So whichever one I could vote on, I had one vote. So that's why I love it. Last year, it was more like I kind of counted for more votes just because it was my first time doing it, but I just leave it up to the people, for the people. And you guys pick Swerve, man. I got to agree as well. Say what you will. He was the champ as they went into the TV deal. No. So let's say we pat Roman on the back for that shit and Cody Rhodes and shit. We'll give that to Swerve as well. Let's pull all the Carney bullshit out of it, all of our biased opinions, right? Swerve was their champ for a big TV deal for them. I mean, the amount of money WBD was willing to give them is just asinine. So I would say that's a W for him, whatever. And he claimed Tony Khan to let him do whatever he wants. So W. Of course, I'm joking. Got to throw jokes in there, guys. But listen, he was the world champ. I don't know what it amounted to. He really did try with the Hangman stuff. Like, they were trying to tell a story. He believes it's one of the best stories ever. I think it's one of the worst in AEW's history, truly. Like, at the highest level. Like, if that was a low-level one, I'd like, okay, it's fucking mid-card shit. But no, this was like over the world title, him and Hangman. The story had no real heat. Two tweeners. You don't really know who to cheer for. They're both doing needles, baby crib invasions, house burn downs. You don't know, like, there's no redemption. There's no growth. It was just two guys, like, who just really didn't like each other over the world title. Okay, that's just like surface level shit. But it was what it was. He was just the champ for a while, and he was there through some of their lowest ratings ever as the champ as well. That should be noted, too. So not trying to boo-boo on him again. But Swerve, he'll carry the ball. Like, he did what he could. We don't blame Swerve. It's not like he fucking sucks. He's a good wrestler. They saw it in him in NXT. Triple H wanted him back after Vince released everybody. They're all high. Triple H wanted him back with the rest of Hit Row. He was like, nah, fuck that. All of Hit Row went back. And yeah, I just think that he's a big player wherever he goes. I don't know if he'd ever be a world champ in WWE, but it is what it is for AEW. And he bulked up in 2024. We saw him stop slapping his leg as much. And we did see some dumb shit. I'm not going to lie. But just on a technicality, it's like, okay, who was featured prominently and really cutting promos and his manager's over. And, you know, he's got a cool song and he's like trying to actually make a play here. He's trying to make a play. Okay. Like, he's not just out there crying about WWE, even though he did at one point be like, I got the receipts about WWE, but he really didn't have receipts, like, because he said it in an interview way before he said it on his own pod. He's like, yeah, I told them to just call my manager or like, don't like talk to my representation or whatever. So he was capping. So yes, that was a botch, but on TV, he wasn't making it about them. Okay, I've harped on it enough. You guys get it? Why he won? All the AEW awards are like, well, I guess, you know, because it's AEW. No, we got it. Come on, round of applause for fucking Swerve. Okay, we got to give him his due as much as we can, you know? Miss October 30 has been a member for 4 months. Wow. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being with us all of the time, Miss October 30. Rabid Wolverines, LC Killer 17, of course, always with us as well all the goddamn time for $2. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. You as well. And thanks for being here. I'm incredibly lit. I'm sure you all know. Probably shouldn't be on the air, but fuck it. It's Christmas. Let's go. So, yeah, just thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And then Miss October 30 for $5 says, I'm eating with my family while watching a scary movie. I hate scary movies. I'm watching PWT instead while eating with my family. Compromise, I believe you meant. But, hey, you're probably a couple eggnog deep. Probably drunk off that turkey leg. Do the turkey leg. Do the turkey leg. I heard that band Wheatus on Jimmy Fallon do a fucking remix of I'm Just a Christmas Dirtbag Baby. I thought that was cute. But yeah, amazing that you and over 130 people are like, yeah, I'm going to tune in with PWT on Christmas Day. And I had an amazing time. I'll get into it. I'll talk about it. This is about you guys. I want to just bring a fun show. And yeah, I had an amazing time. We had gift openings and all of that this morning. It was great. Home Alone was on, of course. Home Alone 2. Save that for actually Christmas Day because those are the goated ones. I was DMing with Mrs. Cornette, who's again followed up and was like, hey, I just wanted to check in with the PWT universe on Christmas and because she checked in on the live show. And I took some suggestions from their Christmas list, and that's amazing. And yeah, I've had a very, very great Christmas, and I'm so looking forward to the new year as well. And I hope you are as well, Miss October 30, and everybody tapping in. You guys are goated. You're sitting there eating turkey with your family. You don't like scary movies. Hey, what is it, like Black Christmas, though? Or is it like Krampus? You know? Don't be a bitch, dude. No, I'm just joking. No, those aren't even scary, bruh. No. I get it, though. My girl's like that. She loves horror, everything. So even at Christmas, she's trying to watch, like, the horror version of Jack Frost. I'm like, motherfucker, can we just watch, like, a normal I just want to watch like Mixed Nuts or Scrooge. Can we do that? No. Merry Christmas to all y'all. Let's see what I have in the script. I actually wrote a script for tonight, guys. That's what let's head back down to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, those were our awards for AEW. We'll have more predictions and awards down the line here. Let's head back down to the ring and pray that we don't get pulled for. It's actually Christian Cage's first TNA Christmas, and we have another Santa on the loose here at the Impact, though.
Well, it's Christmas Eve,
And some very, very
And
sexy
Tracy-
Santas as well.
and Santa Claus have brought their gifts to the ring. Wait a minute. You know what that means. Santa Claus.
Chat, you're popping me so hard. Yo, the motherfuckers are going, yeah, you know, man, Krampus is good. Krampus is good. They go, what are they watching? Exorcist. And then Cash Monet goes, Exorcist. Cash Monet goes, you what? Oh my God. And then you go hard on Christmas, dog. Exorcist on Christmas. My family goes hard. I love it. Yeah, real. And that, folks, is our Christmas sicko segment of the chat. Here's Christian Cage's first Xmas. I'll try and do commentary over this. Let's pray we don't get pulled. We really blew our wad early. We Vince Russo'd early. Let's go.
Crazy. Interrupted.
So it's Christian Cage's first TNA Christmas. Let's hear what he has to say.
Stan, I know you're busy, and so am I. I got a huge match coming up against Chris Harris, and before I take care of that business, I got to take care of some business right here. I'm starting to get a little worried. Did you forget where I lived or something? I know you're busy. Did you forget where I live?
Is that Chris Daniels in the Santa suit? I'd love to know.
Everybody knows that Christian Cage is going to become the world heavyweight champion. But I started thinking to myself, man, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm missing something.
So maybe he's missing something. People shit on Jarrett for his like title reign of doom, but you know, he let people make him look stupid a lot of times too. And you got to shut him out for that. Same with Triple H. You know, they elevated those titles. Let's be honest.
So far, so good. Be careful. I don't think they're going to make it.
I don't either.
I don't think they're going to make it, Christian Cage. Oh, he's done it.
White pants is what Moose Knuckle will have when he finally sees my feet.
Wow. Look, Santa.
Double C.
Double C. Hey, Captain Charisma.
Kidding. They are
Now
with
that
it.
the transformation's just about complete. Now that I look like a world heavyweight champion, I mean, I know that I'm really lacking talent, and I know that I can't beat anybody on my own, and everybody's going to be gunning for me. Please tell me I know you're busy. Please.
He keeps saying Santa's busy. Who's in the Santa suit?
You know, young Christian Cage, Santa's got to run, because I got things to do.
Things to do, and then he looks at, is that Tracy Brooks? God damn.
Leave you with this.
Who is that? Am I off, or is that Karen Jarrett, or who is that? Karen Angle at the time? Who is it?
Now what does Santa have? Yes.
Oh, that's great.
A ukulele taking shots. Oh my God. Don West sold me so many baseball and basketball cards back. Yeah, same dude. Ah, dude, I used to be so into baseball cards
It's supposed to look
when I was young, man. When I was a young boy.
Do I look like a complete jackass?
To the city, to see the Black Parade.
And now he's got the pose. And here comes.
Okay, folks, and here's the strut.
Oh, yes.
There was Christian Cage's first TNA Christmas. And while we're in the Impact Zone, let's stick around in the Impact Zone because we have a Christmas rap from one R-Truth, formerly known as Ron the Truth Killings.
Ask what's on that DVD.
Well, like Tom Coach said, everybody's going to want to see it, and I do too.
This shittily breakdancing chat, who is this? Tell me.
Stay tuned. Tell me how you do.
So
this special holiday season is the embodiment.
Oh my God, epic Christmas botch. So we got confirmation that was Lance Archer. Okay. Dancing like that. So, hey, at least he did the goddamn thing. And then we got confirmation that was Tracy Brooks and possibly Kazarian because they are married. So I think Santa was Borash. That rap is so terrible. Hey, man. He's just Lance Hoyt. Hey, Mike. Timu Drew McIntyre. I love pro wrestling. Me too, Moose Knuckle. I really do. And Merry Christmas, buddy. Hey, it's good to see you. You know, I got that's so funny. I'm a huge Cartman fan, bro. Last year, a relative of mine got me this big fucking Eric Cartman pillow that I put behind my back as I do every broadcast. And then this year he got me a Cartman, like, what is it? It's one of those fucking things that people were beating each other up at Starbucks over. One of those pink cup things, but it's like just, it's like it's got the straw in it and all that. I don't know what they're called. And it's with Cartman because I was chunky, dude, when I was younger. And so they would always call me Fat Ass or Beefcake 9000. Just funny stuff, So I love that your profile pic is Cartman because you're so goddamn dastardly and evil. And there you go. There's a little Christmas moment for Moose Knuckle there. Stanley Cups. Yeah. In Canada, we live in an igloo and we drink Frosties and we use Stanley Cups to drink out of. I forget what they're called. A tumbler. That's what it's called. I'm looking at it. Stanley Thermos. Yeah. Stanley Thermos. Yeah, dude. What is it called? Stanley's mug for Stanley's glass. No, it's called a tumbler. I just forgot the name because all those chicks were like beating each other up. There's a video of like a guy, he just ran up in a Starbucks, stole like 5 of them. Anyways, Merry Christmas, guys. We have AEW predictions. You guys want Phil's AEW predictions of the year or what? Let's hit an X-Files and let's hit a Best Guys Tony Khan. Okay.
The Best Guys, Tony Khan.
So my AEW predictions for the year. Okay. And we'll go back to this awards tab, I guess, for now, so I can sort of recalibrate my. Okay. So I do have 5 AEW predictions. Okay. Let me sip some red wine. Let's get into this thing. Okay. So my first prediction. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull a Tony Khan. I have my predictions laid out 1 through 5, but I'm actually going to flip them upside down like on Mark Barrett for the holidays. And we're going to do it that way and see if it works. And I'm not joking. This is a shoot. I'm going to flip them backwards just because Tony did that once and this is funny. So my prediction that this is the one I made today before I came on the air, however, because it took me a while to formulate. I really thought about all these, okay? But this is the one I'm going to read first, I guess. So AEW Shockwave will not happen at all. It won't become a show. It won't become anything, at least not in 2025. There will be no AEW Shockwave, nothing. All right? Let's see. Tony Khan will introduce yet another new AEW championship, whether that means merging 2 existing belts together to make a new one, or just a completely new one from scratch, or some sort of trophy trinket someone carries around, like the Dynamite Diamond Ring or the Heritage Cup or whatever the fuck, right? Like he's going to come out with another belt, or he's going to merge 2 belts to make a super belt, or there's going to be some new trinket, and in 2025, he can't help himself, so there will be a new title, the women's tag belts or something. Okay. My third prediction for AEW. AEW Dynamite will break its own lowest TV rating / demo record. So either or both. I'm putting that on the record. Either or both. Dynamite will break its own lowest TV rating demo record in its normal time slot more than once. Pause. Let's bring it back. Hip, 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 hip. Okay?
Yeah.
Hear what I'm saying? It's very specific. I'm getting very specific on this. AEW Dynamite will break its own lowest TV rating demo record, either or, in its normal time slot more than one time. Ooh. It's incredible. Yeah, Merry Meltzer Christmas to all of you. An incredibly bold prediction on my end. That's very fucking specific, okay? Don't know why I got a feeling. These are for 2025, by the way. Darby Allin will become the AEW World Champion. This will be bad enough, but at least it's not Orange Cassidy. That's what I wrote in my notes. So I believe Darby Allin will become the world champ. They won't put it on Pockets. They won't put it on Garcia. But they will put it on Darby Allin. And I could see Allin being the one to stop Mox. Of course, Husey came on the show and said that what Disco said that he heard. So it's not even Cornette. It's Disco was saying this. So it's not even an allegedly, because he said this on K100. But Husey brought it to the show that Disco had heard from people that there's literally no direction with the Neo Moxley clan stuff. It's just they're just doing it. And now I don't know. Who knows if anyone's feeding Disco right information from AEW. I'm sure he has friends. Who knows? All I'm saying is this. I believe Darby will get the belt off maybe Lashley. I just have a feeling, I've been saying it since Lashley came into the company, Darby will beat Lashley. Cassidy won't. These other guys won't, but they'll make Darby go over on him. Like, they'll make him put over Darby. So either Lashley beats Mox and then Darby beats Lashley, or Darby beats Mox. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe just beats Lashley after that. Like, for real. But yeah, Darby will have that title in 2025. And then my last prediction for AEW in 2025, Dave Meltzer will appear on AEW TV in some form or fashion, because
the best guy is Tony Khan.
He will appear. It'll be an appearance in the crowd. He'll be in a kickoff panel. He'll be backstage. Jericho, and I think I'm boosting this. Like, I saw someone else tweet this out, by the way. So if anyone's like, oh, I said that first, yeah, for sure. A few people were saying this online, but it's something I have to agree with, and that's why I reversed them. Well, it's not why, actually. I was gonna, if I did it in order, it would have been the obvious ones first, actually. My really bold predictions would have been last, but there you go. I legit pulled the Tony Khan on this one just because. But anyways, yeah, so Meltzer will appear. Like, Jericho's already brought him up. The Bucks are leaning into their bullshit. Of course, they're not even really on AEW TV. I think we see him, and I want to be bold and say, not even just like, Dave Meltzer backstage at the World's End press conference, and I'm, like, it won't be him just asking a question either. I'm talking like we will see him spliced into a video of theirs, like in a vignette promoting something or something. Like, we will see him on AEW TV in some form or fashion. And if the chat want to grant me that and say, oh, come on now, Phil, that's not very fair to grant you the press conference, because that's in the lore as well. If that's what you guys want to say and you want to give me that one, cool.
Oh, come on now, Eric.
But I'll dock myself like half a point, half a credit. See, I'm fair. The fair Phil Marks, the infallible and the frank and the frantic and the fair and the fanatical Phil Marks. But anyways, enough of alliterations here, okay? Your boy Phil is fair, and I will even not give it to myself if he's on a fucking post press conference, But if he's on a kickoff or if he's on a fucking in a vignette or something like that, I don't even know yet what they could pull out of their ass. Or he's just backstage and then it's like a quick, they cut away. Remember when like Tony Khan popped up backstage in that Adam Cole MJF shit? If like Meltzer just pops up, something like that will happen in 2025. And then he's going to like be smug about it while also in the same year saying people are in other people's pockets. And that's your Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week. He didn't even make the show, but we'll play it. Yeah, but if you guys grant me that one, then okay, I'll take it, But I'm not even counting backstage, or post whatever. I'm talking like just on the TV in general. Anyways, round of applause for my prediction, because I think those are cool. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are supposed to get, I don't know how this one's gonna work, right? Because we're pushing the limits here, folks, on PWT as far as what is okay in YouTube land. So we're gonna do this as best as we can, right? To continue the fun times. Now we're supposed to get a performance from one Julia Gulia, NXT superstar. However, I'm getting word from Iraq or Afghanistan, I believe, or Iraq, one of these places, that one of the imposter Santa Clauses are on their way to the ring. W land. Let's see what's going on here over in WCW. If I got blocked, I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, they're going hard on me. If I'm down on one channel, I'll give you guys a second to pop back in. Some of the bits are ruined, folks. It is what it is. On WWE's end. So anything WWE owns, it's botched. Hopefully we don't lose too many people watching. If I get blocked, I'm so sorry. I'm in Italy for Christmas. I saw Avril Lavigne in a cafe. I know it's out of context. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Phil the Goat. Dude, it's not out of context because Avril Lavigne is Canadian, and I fucking love Avril Lavigne, and so does my wife. And shout out Avril Lavigne, and that's amazing you saw her in Italy. Some people thought she was a clone for a lot of years. And no, I love that. That's not out of context, and thank you for calling me the GOAT. I really appreciate that. We're just chilling while people tune back in. I'm not jumping ahead. You guys aren't missing anything. In case, yeah, I saw the viewership drop a bit. I think we got pulled from one channel again. Anything copywritten by WWE, we're going to get flagged for. Okay, so Merry Christmas to WWE, by the way. We are shop affiliate. WWE Shop affiliate link down below. And yeah. Consider not, but I don't know. I know you guys have billions of subs, but hey, it's like I'm burying the shit. We're just having fun. PWT Christmas, guys. Okay, you guys are tapped back in. Let's get back into things. Just came over here from the other channel. What's up, buddy? I'm glad you all are rocking and rolling. So if it happens again, does the other channel go down? I don't know. Just stay locked in because we're not going anywhere. I will not. You're not going to miss anything. And it's all recording on my end. So I will re-upload this on Patreon. PWT Xmas for 25% off on Patreon. Go use it. Or just, there's a free thing. Sign up for a free thing. Watch all the fucking hours of bonus content. And then you'll be like, fuck, I need to stay on as a sub. And then maybe I'll win you over as a sub. That's the sales pitch. Fully transparent and honest with you. Go over there and fucking sign up on Patreon. I'll upload this whole thing there. It'll be uncut, I promise. Anyways, we're going to skim through the NWO Christmas. It was just them talking shit. So I'll just sort of scrub through it, Daddy. Okay, so moving along here. We'll scrub through it. What was there again? What was the point I was getting to? There was a bit in all of this.
That honored you not that long ago. Take a look.
He's saying like whatever honors you, sports. Oh, yeah. They show Hogan throughout the years, brother. Right? And then we started with the Hogan thing, and then there's a Hogan thing later. So there you go. So there you go. We can't play it because WWE. But my goodness, moving along here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the festive musical stylings of one. Julia Gulia singing last Christmas for us all here in the PWT universe. Oh, she's amazing. Isn't she just amazing? My goodness. No, yeah, guys, and talking about the channel going down, no, the channel won't go down. It'll just be yellow flagged, so I can't monetize it. So, like, I won't, this episode, like, other than the super chats you guys sent in and the memberships you gifted, like, I can't, like, make money off ads or whatever on this, but I did, but for Christmas, it was like, that shouldn't be my focus, you know? So I was like, fuck it. So, like, hopefully I'm not blacked or anywhere again. Pause, Moose Knuckle. I know what you're thinking, but hopefully I'm not blacked out again. But yeah, don't worry about all that. Like, it's not like I'm playing a live. Like, I could get stricken if I was like playing a fucking live feed. The only I got a warning one time on the channel for as the AEW post press conference was going on one time. It was for like All In or whatever. I was playing it live on my channel. Okay, that'll get you like copyright strict pulled down. All they will do is block this from territories and then make me share revenue or just make it so I can't make revenue, etc. And then it'll force me to like block or clip parts out so you guys can't even see it in full. That's all they'll make me do. And in which case I'll do that. And then I'll just upload the full unedited thing over on Patreon. Even when it blacked out, it's still recording on my end. So like the shit you guys missed, Patreon. There you go. That's the best I can do. Merry Christmas. Anyways, though, doing a show just for our entertainment, you truly are a philanthropist. Boo. I'll see myself out. No, you're amazing. That's a great one too. A philanthropist. Yes. And yes, just for your guys' entertainment and my entertainment. I want to be here chilling with you motherfuckers, man. You guys don't get it. Or you do get it, I'm sure, but I love you guys. You know what I mean? Like, for real, for real. This is like shit I look forward to it's not, these are never going to become like, you see these fucking comedians with podcasts, they start doing like full-blown therapy sessions on their pods. This will never become that, right? I'm a clown. We're going to laugh at some graps. We're going to yap at some graps, you know? So I needed to do this on Christmas. This is like, you know, like I love Christmas. I love you guys. We got to mesh the two. That's what it is. Anyways, let's continue along here. And hopefully I don't black out and I'm just babbling also, so people come back in if I did, right? Anyways, that was Julia Gulia singing. Beautiful voice. Let's get to the WWE awards. I know you guys are fucking itching and scratchy show. Yeah, I just checked my channel dashboard. Guys, how about we're at 5.3k subs on the channel? Like, round of applause for the PWT universe. And I just checked it. No copyright strikes. And if the channel ever did get pooched, Patreon, Discord, you know, you guys know where to find me, okay? And that would fucking suck. I would have to end my life in Minecraft. No. No, it's not. I would just have to rebuild stronger, better. But that would fucking suck. I've put so much work into this shit. Anyways, moving along, the awards. You guys know what's up. Let's give the award for WWE Tag Team of the Year. Let's give a drum roll, please. So the WWE Tag Team Wrestlers of the Year, unanimous, and I love that they won this because, goddamn, there's so much chef's kiss intrigue going into 2025 with Naomi now earning that title instead of Jade, and they established the big three early on, and I was a little critical of it, but I was like, I get why they're doing it. Boom, Naomi can float in. She's now a tag champ. They don't have to vacate. We were all like, why don't they vacate? God damn it. But damn, the PWT universe understands it, and you guys get it. This is our own bubble, by the way. These awards, who cares about these awards? Nobody has to care about them. The PWT universe is who cares about them, right? And we know that. We're not dumb fucks. So Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill won 53% of the vote on Discord, 55% on Twitter, 45% on YouTube. And again, some people might be like, oh, come on now, Phil. 45%. They were the majority, though, on YouTube as well, right? So what I did here on these, by the way, I know you guys are looking at my Google spreadsheet here. These are fucking the highest rate. I put the highest voted. You know what I mean? For each category on here. So they were the highest voted at 45%, even on YouTube, but they easily got the most votes. And yeah, let's think about it. Won the titles twice, beat the people who beat them. If you want to like talk kayfabe, shoot, work, shoot, work, shoot, work. Defended a bunch, are an actual unit, have cool tag moves, have had good storylines. The other options were like that. I nominated everyone this year as well. So I didn't have the last vote, but I got to nominate everyone. I think that's fair. You know, they beat out Motor City, they beat out other people, but it's like, who do we give it to? Jacob and Tama, who kind of just passed the belts around. Who do we give it to? Motor City, who came in, won them, and then fucking lost them. Who do we give it to? Finn and JD. Now, I would be willing to say yes, Finn and JD, but the PWT universe spoke, and it's Jade and Bianca. So there you go. I think I did vote for JD and Finn personally as well, because I was like, okay, if we really stack it up, they're making indie dates. Look at the people they beat, etc. So yeah, but you guys spoke, and that's what this is all about. So Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill won the WWE tag team, and it is genderless for the tag team category. Because in WWE, what do you do? A women's tag team? You can't do that. Even in TNA, they have the Knockouts division, but there's not enough tag teams to do their own category. So yeah, round of applause. Think I voted for JD and Finn. They have had the belts for most of the year. Exactly. And I gave these real thoughts. I didn't just nominate like brainlessly, oh, fucking this guy and that guy, you know. So moving along, our women's WWE Wrestler of the Year. Let's get a drum roll. We have Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen, who won the goddamn thing. And I specifically found a picture of her with the mask because I thought that was cool what she was doing to end the year. And I love how the dirt sheets always report, can't be a PWT Christmas without a little dirt sheet burial. Hey, I love how the dirt sheets go like, the guy who makes the masks for Bray made the mask for Rhea. And then like, oh, the guy who made the mask for Bray made the mask for Bo. And the guy who made the mask for Bray made the mask. Yeah, he makes all the masks for them now. Why don't you interview him, you fucking idiots? Interview him and just have him go, yeah, they contact me every time they need a mask pretty much now, every time. And then he's just, like that should be what the article is if you're really like doing your journalistic work. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. Christmas, classic Phil, time of support. Let's give everyone their Feliz Navidad. No? Where's my Latinos at in the chat? Hey, that's good. Is that Latino or is that Mamacita, donde está Santa Claus? Oh, man. That's my favorite Christmas song, by the way. It's Christmas Eve. You guys know that one? That's an old one. But I like it a lot. Anyways, though, Rhea Ripley, we're getting off topic here. Mama, speaking of Mamacita, Mommy won. And the reason being, you might be like, oh, come on now, Phil. That's not very fair to give me a blue chew and work me up like that in the Discord with Liv Morgan winning 53% by a landslide slaughter, but having her lose. It's because there's way more people on Twitter who voted and then way more on YouTube who voted. And you guys can go look at the numbers if you don't believe me. So Discord voted 53% of us voted Liv. I voted Rhea as well. And yeah, it's Rhea. It's got to be. I think she won last year. She wins again. She has to. 47% on Twitter, 56% on YouTube. It's just the fact that, like, next year she might not get this distinction. But it's the fact that she's the most over woman in pro wrestling today. She gets it. What match did she have at Mania? Right? She's been in all the high profile storylines, at least the women's world title reign. All of these things you have to factor in. And this distinction might not be hers in 2025, folks, but for 2023 and 2024, you have to give it to her, because even though Liv won the belt, that Liv's reign, and follow me here, folks, okay? PWT Universe, Drunken Phil in Minecraft, you guys got to follow this logic, because I am dropping bars here. Liv's reign as world champion doesn't mean what it means right now if she didn't win that shit from Rhea. You guys get what I'm saying? You following me, okay? It Liv's shit if she won that shit from Raquel, if she won it off Becky even. Cool, but it's the story and all the shit that comes with it, and that makes, and the fact she still got Rhea lingering while Liv's doing all these side quests, that shit is what like validates her world title run even more. If you guys pick up what I'm putting down, I'm sure you do. And yeah, so congratulations. I can't add anything more. She's the fucking GOAT right now. Go round of applause for okay. The men's. This is the big one. This is for all the fucking marbles. We do have our Hall of Fame inductees as well, which I stooged earlier by accident. But drum roll for the men's WWE Wrestler of the Year. This was close, man. This was like a really great vote. I believe the votes were between, and I should have wrote down who it was all between, but Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Gunther, and Roman Reigns. You could argue any of them, especially when I say Wrestler of the Year. Now, I assume the PWT Universe understands what, when I talk about wrestler, I'm talking about everything that encompasses a pro wrestler. Work rate, Dave Meltzer. You know, that's a goofy mark term. Are you a fucking draw? Who can you wrestle? Do you have to wrestle the same guy? Can you wrestle anyone and have a match? Roman can, Cody can, Punk can, Gunther can. Are you a draw? What are you telling stories? Those sorts of things, right? And it's very hard in WWE to narrow it down to one. But we voted, and the unanimous winner. But it was close. Like there, in a couple of them, it was close between him and other people. But guys, it is the one who you thought adrenaline in my soul, every thought out of control. Gonna give them what they pay to see. It's karaoke. Everyone sing it in the chat. Everyone clap too. The crowd is here, about to. Whoa, my father said. So it's Cody Rhodes, guys. Okay, he won. Let's drop some. 42% on Discord, 54% on Twitter, 51% on YouTube. And I don't know if like he really swung the votes in the later days, like on the early, I'm talking first couple of days where I could really keep an eye on everything. It was close with him and other people, bro. It was kind of going back, volleying there back and forth for a bit on different platforms. So at the end, though, he got nearly half the votes everywhere. Yeah, Cody Rhodes, what can we say? Again, I talked about this with Husey. Cody Rhodes arguably is a bigger draw than Cena, like the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling. People go, oh, well, it's got to be Hogan. It's got to be Austin. It's got to be Rock. You could debate Rock. You could debate, it could be Andre or Bruno, but probably Rock. If you're doing Mount Rushmore of like draws, like who is in the wrestling business. And then it used to be John Cena. You could honestly argue it's Cody Rhodes, man. He's outsold the attendances are breaking all the records. Oh, well, they're just price gouging. Yeah, but why can they do that? Inflation's up everywhere, but they're able to gouge people for wrestling tickets when they don't even need to do that. Why are they able to do that? They don't need to do that, folks. They're able to do that. Why? Because we've broken it down, and I've said it too. Everybody want to say, I'm drinking, pardon me. Everybody wants to say the Renaissance era or the retroactive era, all these fucking eras. I'm telling you, this is the superstar era. What do you mean by that, Phil? Well, let me tell you, chat. The superstar era means everyone's a superstar, bro. LA Knight's a superstar. He doesn't need the belt. He doesn't need any belt. He lost the U.S. title. He shows up on SmackDown, and he's more over than he was last week. You know, when he lost the belt. Like, and let me give him a yeah for that. Like, everyone's a superstar. Yeah. Everybody that they're investing in going into this Netflix era, they all embody rather. I'm probably using the wrong fucking terminology here. They all embody what it means to be a WWE superstar. Julia does that. Delta does that. Steph Vaquer does that. Cody Rhodes does that. Roman Reigns does that. The Rock does that. Sami Zayn's doing that. Kevin Owens is doing that. LA Knight is doing that. Right? Everyone's doing that. So Cody is that guy. He is the hokey Hulk Hogan character of our era. He really is. Oh, Cody's cheesy. Hulk Hogan was cheesy too. Ultimate Warrior was cheesy as fuck. Macho Man was silly and cheesy. Cody Rhodes is that guy. He's our colorful cartoon character ushering in the new era. And if I'm to sit here and believe, like, let's say this is the 80s where the Hulkamania blew up, brother. And then do we go into a lull and then hit another Attitude Era where I'm not talking as far as what's on television, but as far as viewership with the Netflix thing? Does WWE come back and go, dude, we did a Raw? In 3 years, do they come back and go, we did a Raw that hit 10 million people? You know what I mean? We don't know. If this is the Renaissance era, so what, like the 80s where Hulk Hogan and wrestling was booming. Okay, so then there was a bit of a lull. And then all of a sudden, it was the hottest era of all time. Do we enter that again off the back of what Cody and Roman and all these people are providing for us? I don't know, but who's the champ? Who's holding the gold? Who's got the strap daddy? Who finished the story? Right? In the Paul Levesque era of WWE, who was being held up high, championed as the champion? Digimon, Digital champions, Digimon. Sorry. Right? Who's holding the gold, Daddy? It's Dusty Rhodes Kid. It's Cody Rhodes. It's Stardust, Daddy. And the Fanatics guy said it. He broke the record for all the athletes. He's got Jay-Z on the phone. No Diddy. Take the Diddy stuff out of it, right? When Jay-Z was still cool, right? 4 weeks ago, he was still cool. And they're like, hey, look, Cody Rhodes is right here. And he's like, oh, shit. And that's what wrestling is right now. And people, wrestling isn't mainstream. Fucking Joey Janela's out there saying Costco guys are more popular than Roman Reigns. No. Go to any major city. Go to New York. Go to Chicago. Go to fucking a big city. And go to a mall on a busy day and ask who people know more, Roman Reigns or Costco guys. I gotta say Roman. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. Who knows? And if I am, I'd gladly admit it. But all I'm saying is Cody Rhodes and these guys are starting to become mainstream. It's off of their backs. I've been bibbling and babbling, but it's the WWE Men's Wrestler of the fucking Year. Round of applause, chat, for that. Where's my round of applause? They move shit around. I'll give it Tony Khan because it's right
The
here.
best guy is Tony Khan.
And that's why he let Cody go, and now he's in WWE. Miss October 30 for $2 says Phil, drink some water. Am I really that lit, dude? I'm just going off. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Thank you so much for looking out for your boy. Okay. Merry Christmas to everyone. There's just so much Merry Christmases. There's a fart noise. Robbie C. What do you mean? The Right Place, Right Time Award. Robbie C. State your case. We're holding on right now for a second. Robbie C., state your goddamn case. Who is it then? Roman, Cody, Gunther, or Punk? State your case. Let Phil cook. Exactly, Owl's Night. That's what I'm saying. I'm just being a Cody hater. Oh, okay. I was going to say, let's hear it. You know? Because I'm down to fucking have the conversation, but I don't know. I think he's the most worthy. Let's look at my script here. What do we have? So, ladies and gentlemen, I was told that Jim Cornette, so of course, if you were tuned into the last live show, Mrs. Cornette, the queen of the castle, tapped in with the PWT universe, wished us all a Merry Christmas. And I was told Jim would be here to read us the night before Christmas. However, I'm being told it's Brian Zane and Wrestling with Regret or something, there's some sort of parody going on. We'll check in with Jim in a bit, but let's head down here. I guess Brian Zane has hijacked this segment here.
And now, Wrestling with Regret presents the holiday classic, The Night Before Christmas, as read by Jim Cornette.
You know, it was the night before Christmas, and all through the castle, things were all set with nary a hassle. The fire was ablaze, the stockings on their perch, while my office was filled with signed JC merch. Queen Stacy and Harley Quinn were asleep in their beds, while I was downstairs, Sprite Zero in my head. I was just sitting down to write a new blog when I heard a loud noise that rattled my nod. This clamor made me jump out and yell, "What the fuck?" I ran to the window and looked out at the muck. The snow fell hard, so tricky to see, and I squinted and strained to find what it could be. As my pupils grew wide to peer into the dark, I saw that my yard was packed with smart marks. A ring had appeared from out of nowhere, full of comedy goofs using Legos and chairs. But that wasn't the worst of this biz-killing shit, as Russo and Dunn were there running it. Old Bucky Beaver Teeth and Buggy Whip Arms were working in tandem to do my sport harm. This Yuletide disaster, it gave me the shakes, a blight that my triple-loving heart could not take. I grabbed my shofar and sounded the call to summon the old guard of wrestling, one and all. Now Dylan, now Dusty, now Jarrett and Watts, now Harley, now Mantel, now Lawler and Ross. We cannot allow them to make good their plot. Now get on out here and let's hit the hope spot. As if they were conjured from out of thin air, my allies emerged and gazed a steely glare. So out to the yard and the ring we flew to teach those young bucks a thing or two. But before we could start, I heard a loud clang, followed by those classic haunting words, bang, bang. From high off the roof, covered in barbed wire, jumped old St. Mick Foley, 2x4 on fire. He landed on a jobber, some bones broke, you can bet. And when Mick got up, he was covered in sweat. He opened his sack full of weapons in pain. It may have been snowing, but Cactus made it rain. His eyes had a gleam so murderous and vile, and his big toothless grin was full of spit.
But Cactus Made It Rain was a cop-out rhyme. I'm just going to say that right now. That was a cop-out. You could have came out with something better than that.
Bile.
Sorry. Phil the Grinch, you're a mean one, Mr. Marks.
Then he slung back old Barbie and adjusted his suit, and he led our charge against those comedy fruits. The ghost of the dream through...
And it's funny because he's like calling out the Bucks and calling them fruits and shit, and then now he like doesn't fuck with Cornette. Yeah. Anyways, 2025, folks. Let's get them back together.
Elbows aplenty, while JR swung his hat and thumped about 20. As Dutch clenched his fist and knocked out a phony, the Iron Sheik tweeted, "That punk's a jabroni." One guy was hit by Jerry's Jarrett King so hard that he shat himself in the ring. We took down the fakers, each and every one, until finally it was down to just Russo and Dunn. I pulled out my racket and stepped up to the plate to tee off on those uncreative repro baits. Dunn's teeth went flying, jaw crooked and bent, and I hit Russo so hard he lost his accent. The smarks who were watching had seen enough, and they ran off to tend to their childish stuff. But they heard me exclaim as the way they did fly, "Merry Christmas to all. Now thank you, fuck you, bye."
Well, that was amazing. And here, I'll hit you guys with one of these just because I think it's the right thing to do.
Thank you, fuck you, bye, boom.
And let's get into my predictions for WWE for 2025, shall we? So let's share this tab again. I have some predictions, folks. I'll hit an X-Files. Phil Marks predictions. Okay. Are you guys ready? What's your predictions? Let me know in the comments. What is your predictions for WWE for 2025? Huh? Okay. Should I Tony Khan it? No, we'll start from the top and then go to the bottom. We won't Tony Khan it. So my first prediction for WWE in 2025 is that Cody Rhodes, and this is hilarious because if you guys listen to the last show with myself and Husey, there's spoilers on that episode for the Monday Night Raw debut on Netflix. Husey believes, now if he's wrong, Husey looks like an asshole because he's like, plug your ears, skip ahead. There's spoilers for the Netflix Raw. This is happening. If he's wrong, he looks like a dickhead. Go and watch PWT podcast ups. And it doesn't. We still love Husey, right? Things can change, whatever. But he's hearing things from he's hearing alleged things from nobody knows who, right? And maybe Disco. And so he's gonna just judge based on what he's hearing, right? And then bring it to the show because it's better I hear it than the dirt sheets. That's truly what people believe. You got to understand that. People like Husey, real motherfuckers, believe like it's better someone like Phil presents this shit the way he does than these dirt sheets do it the way they do it, you know? So he comes to me with that stuff, right? And we thank him for it. We love Husey. Shout out Husey. Love you, buddy, all the way in Ireland. Anyways, so it's funny because I wrote this before he came on the show. So whether this is fact or fiction, who knows? But and this is not spoilers for the Netflix thing, but it kind of relates to where it could be related things. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you the spoilers. If you want, go. I timestamped it too in the description. PWT Podcast 85. It says Raw on Netflix, possible spoilers or whatever. Skip ahead. So this isn't spoilers though, but this is my prediction that Cody Rhodes drops the WWE title and turns heel on Randy Orton or John Cena, even if it's at the tail end of 2025. Do you guys hear that shit? Let's hear it one more time. Cody Rhodes going to drop his belt and turn heel on either Orton or Cena, even if it's at the tail end of 2025. Now, that is not a spoiler. That's a prediction. You guys go listen to the pod if you want to hear why I brought that up and how that sort of relates to possible spoilers for the Netflix on Raw thing. My second prediction for 20. What do you guys think about that, though? Cody Rhodes heel turn? Yeah, no. So here, my second prediction for WWE in 2025 is they create an all-women's WWE show or special or PLE. They'll bring back Evolution 2, or they'll do some sort of show that's just for women or a special TV special for Netflix or whatever, even if it's exclusively on X or Netflix or Peacock or whatever. So I'll read that again. They create an all-women's WWE show or special or PLE in 2025. We get, even if it's like a one-off, And also, even if it's just on X, or it's just on Netflix, or it's just on Peacock, or whatever, airs one time on the USA Network, right? There will be some sort of women's only something in 2025. My third prediction for WWE is that the World Championships, so the World Heavyweight Champions, the belt that Gunther has, the belt that Liv has, will go to SmackDown. And the WWE Championships, the one that Cody has and the one that Nia has, will go to Raw. And especially because, think about it, Nia's related to The Rock, so it makes sense if he's like, come over, you're coming over to the show. And then Cody as well. And then you get Gunther over on SmackDown. And then it mixes up the challengers. And then they're going to do a little bit of trades or whatever, as the GMs have been alluding to. But I think we get a switch like we did, if you guys remember, back in time. We don't have the DeLorean. We're not going 88 miles. Is there a time-traveling Christmas movie? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a clever reference, but I'm kind of tipsy, and we don't have a time-traveling Christmas movie, I don't think. But either way, I digress. If you guys want to go back in time, remember when the world titles got shifted over to SmackDown, or pardon me, the world title, and then the WWE came over to Raw. Cena comes over to Raw, and then I believe Batista went over to SmackDown. And then I think we're going to get the same thing, but both the men and women's for both shows, you know? My fourth prediction is that a TNA Invasion versus NXT show will happen. A PLE or a TV special or a 2-night thing, or maybe it's a TNA thing and not even NXT. And it's like, here's NXT people versus TNA to help boost their shit. We will see more. They're lulling us. There's ebbs and flows. They're making us forget about the TNA Invasion stuff. Was Back to the Future a Christmas movie? No, it wasn't, you motherfucker. Scrooged had some time travel, but just because it's a Christmas Carol, so you get brought back in time, because it's like, look at your life if you were never born, and look at your life if you were born. So possibly Scrooged or a Christmas Carol was the correct reference, because past, future, present. So I botched, and I'm a dummy. Thank you for that. But Back to the Future... Wait. Was Time Cop and was it Xmas at the start of Time Cop? I'm gonna watch it tonight if that's the truth. What else? Back to the Future. No, it wasn't Christmas. Like, it's Christmas in passing, is it not? It's like the movie, like, listen, the movie Step Brothers is not a Christmas movie. Christmas happens. But we see like a couple years chronicled. Christmas happens for 2 scenes. It's a Christmas. The dad gets mad. He goes out to the cheesecake thing, gets drunk, and then the wife's like, "Oh, I can smell the scotch on you." And then he fucking goes to bed, and then Christmas is done. That's all. So it's not a Christmas movie, but Christmas happens in it. So we can debate these all day. But if the beginning of Time Cop is legit Christmas, I will just watch it because Time Cop. Someone confirm. An Xmas pegging moose knuckle. God damn it. Die Hard is one. Yes. Moose knuckle in the chat. I can't even put your shit on screen, bro. Yeah, he goes from Cum Shitters Part 2 to It's a Wonderful Life. Yellow flags. Like, what the fuck? Moose knuckle. The entire spectrum of Christmas film. Fucking love it. Where were we, dude? Yeah, we got off the rails. TNA Invasion. Okay. There will be more crossover stuff is what I'm saying, and we were talking about the invasion. There will be that sort of thing. Okay? And I think it's going to come when I think it's going to come when Nick Nemeth drops that belt. So Nick Nemeth fully signed with TNA. He says he wants to be the world champion and fill up the houses because they're aiming to do bigger ones, and he's helping them do that. I think taking the belt off him would be kind of an L right now, but Joe Hendry, it's the time. You got to do it. And then Nemeth can be in programs bigger than the title, or like so big that they don't need a title, as we allude to on the show all the time. Nick Nemeth, though, famously said a few months ago, that he won't be a part of any of that WWE whatever stuff. What you're going to see is like TNA talent, like Rosemary, Joe Hendry, people who never crossed over into the NXT WWE world. You're not going to see like Nick Nemeth be brought in through or maybe you do, and I get slapped in the face and it's hilarious. And we do see like Nick Nemeth versus Trick Williams or something, but I don't believe it'll be that. Well, yeah, here's the thing, though. I say that, but Ash, what's her name? Ash by Elegance? Dana Brooke. We saw her cross over in the NXT thing after I said we won't see that, the people who've been released by WWE crossover. Like, I don't think we'll see AJ Francis crossover, but we did see Ash by Elegance crossover, so who knows, man? Maybe I'll be wrong about that. I am getting very specific with my predictions, but you got to be bold or else you're just being a bitch. You know what I mean? But yeah, ultimately, I think that we will get a TNA NXT, like TNA versus NXT, some sort of thing like that in 2025. My final prediction for WWE is that another big, and this is very like loosey-goosey, but I needed a fifth one. And again, the last handful of episodes through PWT podcast and live show, I've been talking about this. So I'm sure you guys aren't shocked I'm about to say this, but another big and unexpected name will be released from WWE. Like Baron Corbin was released. Everyone was like, what the fuck? I think we'll see this year like a Sonya Deville or a Miz, I'm dead ass, or a Braun Strowman, or just a name that people are like, whoa, really? Maybe it's not like the biggest draw in the world, right? But it'll be a name where we all go, and maybe it's none of the ones I just said, but I think there'll be a release like the LWO tag team, like, you know, Joaquin and whoever, when they get the Lucha Bros in there. Like in 2025, we'll get a couple of people or someone get released where we go, damn, really? And that'll happen once. Now, that's very loose and vague. However, I said loose and vague with a V, Moose Knuckle. Don't get any ideas, okay? No. Filthcast here. But yeah, there'll be a name where we all get taken back for a second. Maybe it'll be from NXT as well. And we go, oh shit, really? I thought they were banking it all on them. Or, wow, really? Well, I guess they're saving the money. We talked about with Husey as well. Brock Lesnar is technically a free agent. That's a real thing coming up here in the new year. So that's a real life thing. And we know Tony Khan has made a play at Goldberg. Would he make a play at Brock? Who knows? However, I will just say that someone in 2025 is going to get released that takes us all back a little bit, or they'll choose to leave or something like that. Or like they just won't get offered a new something. And we all go, wow, really? That guy? But it'll kind of make sense. So, yeah, that's my predictions. I'll hit an X-Files. I know that last one's loose, but we need to fill things out here. Speaking of, constituents down in Hollywood, is that a transition? I don't know why that's what I wrote in my notes. We have some Hall of Fame inductees to induct. However, we need to check in with we have a performance by Taya Valkyrie. Okay, all the way in Hollywood. We have some constituents down in Hollywood. Speaking of Hollywood, though, I'm being told that Hollywood Hulk Hogan is actually being assaulted in a mall somewhere. Folks, let's check in. Had to open a can of whoop ass on these jabronis on Christmas. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for an LA Christmas by one. Wow. California dreaming. I hope you all have a wonderful LA Christmas, even if you're not in LA. Who knows? Maybe So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our Hall of Fame inductees into the PWT Hall of Fame. Now, last year, famously, I believe John Cena, Sting, and Gail Kim went in. This year, I picked two people.
Oh, come on now, Eric.
You guys don't get to vote. I just get to say who's in the Hall of Fame, right? And that's just how it goes, I guess. So let's get a drum roll. Here is our men's. We'll do ladies last. Here is our men's Hall of Famer in the PWT here. Let me get this going. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. So the Rock wins. Why? Because he's the final boss. He did crazy shit this year. He just popped up, gave us WrestleMania moments. All of a sudden, he's going to be in this New Year thing. So we're like anticipating him, even though he ain't been around. He's a legend. He should be in every Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. And yeah, that's why I picked The Rock. I think, now's the time to do it as well, because how many more appearances are we ever going to get from him? And then John Cena's going on his last run this year. I didn't think we'd even get that. So we inducted him last year. So yeah, dude, amazing. And let's see here. Our women's, we need a drum roll. We need our women's inductee, and we don't do men and women's. Like, I had induct a bunch of people, but I just picked one man, one woman this year. Okay, that's how it goes. It's different every year for the Hall of Fame. Trish Stratus, Canadian. Everyone, round of applause for Trish Stratus. Canadian, a dime piece. A legend, dropped a calendar. She's just phenomenal. Hasn't aged. Still can wrestle. Still can cut promos. Says she's a WWE girl for life, which obviously it wouldn't disqualify her regardless, but she just gets the goddamn business, and she understands always that her era and the diva shit was valuable. And if it wasn't for that shit, we would have never gotten to what we have now in women's wrestling, which is so valuable, and she can fit in any era. She's timeless. We've all had her posters on our wall. We've all had her as our screensaver or phone background, or so Trish Stratus, we will drop air horns, our Hall of Famer here in and ladies and gentlemen, with that in mind, I want to thank you all for being here. We have a couple messages. Don't go anywhere. We got a couple messages from some folk here in WWE land, but I want to thank you all for being here on this PWT Christmas. What a phenomenal time. Round of applause for the PWT universe. Thank you all for being here. Listen, I think we got a live show before the new year, so we'll catch up with each other and touch base then, and we'll do much more news. It's quiet around the holidays. But I want you all to love each other, hug each other. Listen, just because Christmas is done today, it doesn't mean like the holidays spirit and all that shit should be over. It really should flow through the New Year's, and it's not all this very superstitious and like making New Year's resolutions and all that shit. It's not about all that, but it's just about like, thinking about what you could do better or how you could be better. So everybody take a long look in the mirror after this show. Love yourself, love each other, hug each other, drink lots of water, do the damn thing. I might pop in. I'm going to do commentary over the next couple videos, but all I'm telling you is that thank you all for being here. I have you all here. Thank you. You guys mean a lot. 2025 is going to be huge. We're going to coast to 10K subs. And yeah, I just can't unless we get all these yellow flags. And I just want to say Merry Christmas to you all. I got very lit throughout this experience, which as it was intended to be, right? And yeah, I'm going to enjoy more cheesecake tonight, some leftovers. I hope you all are doing the same. hug each other, give the gift of joy, all of that shit, man. You know, hopefully we don't get pulled for this. If we black out, don't go anywhere. It's not like I'm still dipping. Like I got a couple things to play for you guys, but yeah, Merry Christmas to all the good nuts. Check in with Eric Bischoff and Larry Zbyszko.
In the Christmas spirit or what? We really hope you enjoyed the broadcast this morning here on TBS and
This
really wish
evening
you
here
all
at
a
PWT.
Very, very happy holiday season. And Larry, I've got to say, this is a whole new side of Larry Zbyszko, one that I don't think anyone, including your family, has ever seen before.
It's actually not a whole new side. Let me explain to you so everybody can understand. I would like you people at home to realize how much they pay me that I wear this hat and beard. Ho, ho, ho! All the way to the bank, Bischoff. Hey, ding, ding! Another angel got his wings. If I see that one more time, I'm going to beat myself.
It's literally how everyone for shoe treats Tony Khan.
Anyway, well, we're not through with the
see you at the
Christmas
bank.
spirit yet. In fact, tonight on WCW Saturday Night, Mean Gene Okerlund and friends coming your way, all the way from Mean Gene's cabin in northern Minnesota. A very special Christmas show.
The best guys, Tony
We're gonna look at
Khan.
Eddie Long's dynamic tag team of Two Cold
So
Stone
here's
Joe
something from Jim Cornette here.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, bah humbug, I'm out of here.
And yeah, bah humbug, I'm out of here. Listen, we'll play this to set things off. Love you all. Merry Christmas. Take it easy. Happy New Year.
Down wrestling.